I'm going to be making fried cauliflower. So I've got my cauliflower already cut up into nice size florets. And what we're going to need for the batter, which we're going to put them in when we fry them, 3 eggs, half a cup of self-raising flour, got 2 tablespoons or heaped tablespoons of parsley, finely chopped, so nicely little bits of leaf in there, and then we've got 1/4 cup of shredded parmesan. So I've just got the store-bought stuff and then crumbled it up a bit further, and then half a cup of milk. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to take the cauliflower and then give it a steam or a light boil. So I've got a pot on the stove, already salted, so we'll give it a light boil just to par cook the cauliflower, because the thing that you don't want is cauliflower that's raw going straight into the fry, because it won't taste very nice when it comes out. So let's get these little babies in the pot. The pot's just on a bit of a simmer here, so it doesn't need to be overly hot, because all we want to do is have the cauliflower be tender. I say not too soft, because then they'll go a bit mushy when they get fried. We just want them tender. So we're going to test that a little bit after it's been in there for a couple of minutes, just with a knife. So let's get them in there. As I say, the pot's already been salted. Get those in there. And it's only going to take a couple of minutes for them to become tender. So probably looking at 3 to 4 minutes, I say in a simmering pot. So we'll come back in 3 to 4 minutes and we'll test how tender they are. And if they're nice and ready, we'll then take them out, strain them, and then we'll get them in the batter and then in the pot of oil that I've got to the side here. So it's been about 4 minutes or so. It's just on, say, a light simmer, and what we're going to do now is just test the cauliflower. So I just put the skewer into a cauliflower, goes through with just a little resistance, which is just showing that it is tender. So we don't want it to be too soft. Just testing a couple of them. They're good. So we're going to drain these, let them cool for a second, for a minute or two before we then get them in the batter and then in the oil, which is just over to the side here. While our cauliflower's in getting tender in the pot, what we're going to make is the batter. So it's pretty simple. We're going to add the half cup of self-raising flour, add our half cup of milk. We'll crack our 3 eggs in. So these eggs are from the local producer, from the egg shed. We'll start mixing and then we'll get the other 2 ingredients in, the parmesan and the parsley. There we go. Get that mixture going. Right, so let's get our parsley in. Let's get our parmesan. Let's incorporate that around. Nicely mixed around. So that is pretty much ready. So there it is. That's pretty much ready for our cauliflower. So here we are with the hot pot ready to fry up our cauliflower. To the side of me I've got the batter, nice liquidy batter, and then I've got the cooled cauliflower. So the pot's been on for a little while. I do have a test piece in there, just testing the heat of the oil. And it's coming out just nicely. Just take that one out to the side. Nice little test piece. You just hear the oil starting to pop a little. Just take it down a notch. Obviously next to me I've got my tray, so I've got my cake cooling rack, some paper towel just in a pan. Makes it nice and easy to clean up, as well as drip the oil off, and then we're going to salt it as well, so it kind of captures all those flavours. So all we need to do is just put the cauliflower in the batter, give it a nice coating. Can't kind of probably see that. Alright, and then straight into the oil. Put that down. Oh, a bit of oil on the finger. They say fingers are there for burning. I'm just going to get a couple more going. So you don't want to be dropping it from a great height. You don't want oil splashback. Obviously it will hurt being hot oil. So it's just an easy little dip in there. Alright, so these are just going to fry for a couple of minutes in there. And then once they're fried, so they're probably going to spend about 4 to 5 minutes in the oil as they fry up and get nice and crispy. And when they're nice and crisp after that, we'll then put them on the tray. So we'll come back to that once we've fried up a few more. So basically we've finished frying all the cauliflower. You can see it came up in a very, very nice, beautiful golden colour. And I've got a very, very hungry child in the background who wants to get his fingers onto it. So we'll get it across to him. So Oliver, would you like some more?
Yeah.
Hand your plate over. Let's give you some more. Oh, here we go. Fresh. There you go, Oliver. Some cauliflower. What do you say?
Thank you.
Good boy.
Thank you.